Hello, family and friends. We have did a transformation with this bed um, last year, and it really took on some different looks. We have a few different plants in there and some pansies. We went from impatiens to pansies, and this year it's been extremely hot, and there's nothing funny about it. We have to be hydrated and be really safe out here because it's been in the triple digits. And today we just want to take a look at this raised bed that we did and the transformation that it went through from spring to summer to fall and winter. Hope you enjoy. The Stelladoras look really full in this raised bed, and they're a nice sturdy foliage, and they come out when it gets hot. They're drought tolerant, and they really hold their own when it comes to water. Now, our impatiens that we put in, they have to be medium watered with 6 or more hours of sunlight. We went with the electric orange and the pure white. Now, this Stelladora gives you a nice grassy foliage that just fills in empty spaces. Look at these impatiens. We spaced them out. They're almost where we want them. We're gonna just move them around till they're just right. Fill in those open spaces, and they're gonna get some size on them. Have some really good roots on these. They're not quite root bound yet, but the way they look, these are really healthy and sturdy flowers. There's a lot of buds up here that haven't opened yet either. Very happy with these. Janice picked out some nice colors. These are very eye-catching, and they're gonna go good with this building. This raised bed has some brown mulch in it. The electric orange. This electric orange has just recently been watered. The matrix white. Both of these have been watered and they're still perked up. That right there is a good indication of some strong impatience. We're going to go through and put a nice layer of mulch in here to keep the weeds under control. Now, this raised bed has to be watered at least twice a week. Sometimes more than that when it's hot, because on that incline the water just runs off. And we have some good drainable soil so that the roots don't sit in water for too long. But the soil holds up water long enough to where they can get the nutrients they need. The electric orange and the matrix white. This is a combination that I'm going to remember, and I'm going to be using this in different locations. We have the Stelladoras here with that trumpet shape bloom. We've used this around our bird bath in the backyard. Another good look at this bed. And going into the winter, well, for the fall, we went with the Matrix Lemon Pansies. These are definitely good for moon gardens, and with the little bit of moonlight, these really glow at night. We're going to be using these with some True Blue. We think it's going to be a good contrast. Matrix Lemon and True Blue, we've been using that for years too. And sometimes we go with a third color, like white, or a different texture, like coleus. But in the wintertime, we went with the True Blue. And right now, you can't really see the fullness of the True Blue. until those blooms open up. But we spaced them out and got them across the top here. And they're a good contrast for the winter. Look at the lines in there in the detail on those petals. True blue. Now once these start filling in, you see more of the flowers instead of foliage. The matrix lemon. Look at the lines in there on those petals. And these are nice sturdy pansies. They can handle really cold temperatures. And we've seen them continue to bloom under 4 feet of snow. Like once that snow melted, they perked right back up. No problem. We haven't had any problems with these with pest or anything like that because you don't see the pest in the wintertime. Now, the true blue have a nice pastel color, and as they get more mature, they become more deep blue shades. There's 2 shades of blue there, and they are wonderful. Going with that matrix lemon. We have them spaced out between the stelladors. You see those little patches of green? That's the stelladors in the fall. Once we pull the foliage, the spent foliage, you get your new growth down the bottom. These go really good with this house. And look at how, um, look at the size on the blues now. The true blue. I'm gonna go in close, and you can see how that yellow and blue contrast is very, very eye-catching on this raised bed. Look at that powder blue, and we have some creeping phlox in here. We're debating on putting that in between in the empty spaces. Now the creeping phlox does really, really good in the heat, and you get the blooms in the mid-spring all the way to the fall. But it's a perennial and it comes back. So once we get that layer of mulch in and some fertilizer, we're going to water these, and they should be good all the way until mid-spring. So we went from impatience in the spring and summer to the matrix lemon and true blue pansies for the wintertime. Look at that. That yellow, you can see that yellow from blocks away. And that blue just pulls you in. Beautiful. We're going to be doing updates. Thanks for watching.